This Knights Tour animation was created using ManimGL, the Python library created by 3Blue1Brown. Stick around if you want to see how to create an animation like this in just a few minutes. This tutorial video has been inspired by the Talking Maths in Public website. On their site, they have this animation tab where they have created what they're calling the Animation Generation Collaboration. They're hoping people can show how to create mathematical animations. This month's prompt was using checkerboards. I had an idea on how to use checkerboards in an interesting way to show non-attacking rook configurations, but I wasn't sure I had enough time. So instead I decided to take their suggestion right here to animate a Knights tour using Manim. I wanted to do an interesting Knights tour, so I used this site from Dan Thomasson, and I was hoping to do this 180-degree rotationally symmetric Knights tour and show a knight walking this path. Because I was short on time, I didn't want to learn any algorithms to generate Knights tours, so I manually hard-coded this particular path just by keeping track of the squares, starting with this upper square here being 0, 0, and this bottom square over to the right being 7, 7, so that the x and y coordinates range from 0 to 7. I hard-coded that already into a pre-created ManimGL script. So here's my ManimGL script. The first few lines are just the setup. And then here's the tour list that I created. Again, this says that my knight is going to start in position 2, 3 and end in position 2, 3. And along the way, it's going to traverse to these particular cells in the board labeled 0 through 7, 0 through 7. So how do I want to start this? The first thing that I want to do is I want to create the checkerboard. To do that, I'm going to call it the board, and I'm going to make it a V group. But I need it to be the group of something. And so the first thing that I actually want to do is I want to go up here and I'm going to build a structure called a row. And I'll just name it a row. It's going to take a parameter n for how many squares are in the row. And then I'm just going to build the row called R as a V group. And what I want to do is I want to feed it in a list of squares. Now the construct square shown here is built into ManimGL. I believe it builds a 2 by 2 square. And I want to do a list, and so I'm going to take n of them. So this should here create a list of n squares, then it should list them out and the V group should group them all together. I want to arrange them. I'll choose to arrange them right, and I'll put a buffer of size 0. This buffer of size 0 puts a no gap between them. And then I want to return this row. Going back then into my main class, I'm now going to build the board in the exact same way, except it's going to be a list of rows. So I called those a row. I want to do an 8 by 8 board, so it's taking in the parameter 8, and I need it to be 8 by 8, so I'm going to build 8 rows. So once again, this is building 8 rows, and this is building a row with 8 things in it. For this one here, I'm going to arrange it down, and once again, I'm going to do a buffer of 0. So you'll see now I should be able to self.play. I should be able to show a creation of the board, and I'll put a weight in there just to make sure. I'll go over here and I will render it, and we should see, with any luck, it builds a board. Now it's pretty hard to see. I have to zoom out, so I'm going to have to change my window. I'll do that real quick. The first thing that I'm going to do is change the window, self.camera.frame. I want to set the height, and I'm going to set the height to be the height of the board, where I can just say the board.getHeight. I want a little space on either side, so I'll give myself like times 1.3. So now we should be able to do it again, and notice this time, perfect. We see our grid of squares. Now we want this checkerboard to look like a checkerboard. Right now it's just a grid of squares. So I'm going to go through and I'm going to color those squares alternating colors. The way that I want to do that is to first, I'll build a colors list. I don't really know what colors to use. I'm going to use the built-in blue A and red A from ManimGL. And then what I want to do is for each I in range 8 and for each j in range 8, I'm going to take the board, I'm going to take the square living at position ij, and I'm going to set the fill. Now I want the fill to alternate, and so a quick way to do that is to say I want it to be colors 0 or 1, and the way I can do that is by taking I plus j and taking I plus j mod 2. So that's going to produce either 0 or 1 depending on the parity, and I'm going to make this opacity 0.6 to see what we got. With any luck, that should have populated. Yeah, there we go. That looks pretty good to me. So is alternating blue and red. I've made them not fully opaque so that it sort of looks a little faded. And yeah, that should be good to go here. Okay, so we've built our checkerboard already, and now we just need to sort of figure out how to animate the process of this list, of walking through this list. You will see that I've already built or already found a sort of PNG version of a knight. ManimGL takes PNGs. I think it also takes JPEGs. And to do that, I'm going to name my shape to be the knight. And it is called an image mobject. And we have to then pass the name of the image, which I think I called the knight.png. I've already done a little bit of messing around, so I know that I'm going to want to scale this to about 0.4. And I need to move it to the starting spot. I do move 2. And according to my tour, I'm going to start at position 2, 3. So I'm going to move it to the board, and I'm going to say put it in square 2, 3. Now that just puts it there. It needs to actually show up. So I will fade it in, and I'll fade in the knight. And then you can do something a little fun if you change the scale to, like, I don't know, 0.1 or 0.2. We'll go see what this does. It makes it look like it sort of fades in from above, as you can see. So first it draws my board, and then it fades in. There we go, my knight. And so my organization 02 says that, or 2, 3, this is supposed to be in position 2, 3. The way that I have things is it goes 0, 1, 2. That's the second row. 0, 1, 2, 3. That's the third column. So it's doing row, column, where my rows and columns start at 0 and end at 7. Okay, so now what we just have to do is we just have to build a bunch of paths or lines traversing through this list of lists. And again, these lists are just x and y coordinates of the corresponding box over here. So how are we going to do that? Well, it should be relatively straightforward with a for loop. So for I in range, I'm going to take the length of this tour list. I'm going to subtract 1, and we'll see why for a reason, but it's because basically I want to go one pair and build a line from this current entry to the next. And so I don't want to try to build this line back to something at the end. So I'm going ranging from 0 up to 1 less than my tour list length. And now for the magic. I just need to build a new line. In Manim, that's a line object. And basically what I want to do is I want to start at the board. I want to start at one position. I want to start it at center of the square. And then I want to move to another position in the board, its center. And so the first one is that I need to start at my current list entry. And so my current list entry will be called the tour list. And it is the ith spot. And that's a list of size 2, so I need the x coordinate. And then I do the same thing at the ith spot and the first coordinate. So I'm starting at the 0th coordinate and the second coordinate of my list. And now I basically want to do this exact same thing, except I want to move to the board and go to the I plus first entry. I plus 1, I plus 1. Once I've built that line, then I should be able to self.play. I should be able to show creation new line. And with any luck, when we go in here, it should fade in my knight. And then it should start drawing the lines that I need to traverse the knight's tour. This should be a closed knight's tour, and it's going to show up similar to the one that I found on Thomasson's website. I'm not going to go through the whole thing, but just wanted to show you that that was pretty quick. I will point out there's still a few things that I want to do. In particular, I'd like to move the knight along the way, and I'd also like to figure out to make sure that I have actually visited each square in the chessboard along the way. So how am I going to do that? Real quick, I'm going to quit out of this, get back here. So in this for loop, I should be able to do a little bit more. So far, all I'm doing is drawing that new line. But the first thing that I could do is I could actually highlight the board entry where I'm moving to show where that line is going to go. So this is the board entry where I'm supposed to move to, and I should be able to animate it and set the fill to something that will highlight it. So I'll try yellow, and I'm going to set the opacity equal to 1 here. Yeah, because that's going to change things up, I will set the stroke to gray. And so setting the stroke to gray should basically, setting the stroke to gray should make this square pop out a little bit more when I turn it yellow. I might also, now that I'm thinking about it, go back to this line. I might set the stroke here to be some interesting color. I'll try blue C, and I'll change the width to something thicker so that we can see that. So now if I go in here and I do this and run it, unless I have an error, what should happen each time is it should highlight the square where I'm moving, draw the blue edge there, and then each time leave that square highlighted so that we know that where we've been. And by the time we've traversed through the whole tour, each square should be highlighted so that we can double check that we have actually visited each square. I like that it highlights yellow, but I wouldn't mind if it also then unhighlighted when I was done. So my idea for that is at the end, as I draw the new line there, I'm going to take this exact same code from above where I highlighted it yellow, and I'm going to turn it white so that now it's clear. So if we go back, we should see that when I animate through here, the square should highlight yellow, the line should draw, and when it gets there, it turns white. So each time the yellow is highlighting where I'm going, and the white squares are where I've been. And so when I'm done with this, all of the checkerboard should be there completely with white squares, no more red or blue squares. So as I said, the one thing I still haven't done in this process is move the knight along the way, but that shouldn't be too bad. I could basically just decide to move the knight exactly to the location, but I had something in mind that's a little bit different because this is a knight tour. I wanted the knight to actually move the way that it does. And so to do that, I'm actually going to build a method up here where I move a knight. So I'm going to call this knight move. And this is going to take a few things. The first thing this is going to take is the self, the thing that I'm passing to it, because I'm going to run an animation out of it. It's going to take some knight piece, which I've called the knight down below. And then it's going to take two lists. One of the lists is going to be where the knight is, and the other list is where the knight is going. And we're going to use those two lists of XY coordinates to actually figure out where to go. And then what I want to do is I want to use self and I want to play. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take the knight, I'm going to animate, and I'm going to shift it. And now I just have to be a little bit careful. Because the squares are of width 2, I need 2 times L0 minus M0 times up. So those first components will move it up and down, and hopefully I don't have too many parentheses there. And then I want to do the same thing, except I want to animate 2 times L1, M1, and I want to move these left. And with any luck, the knight should move if I do that. So knight move, self, the knight, and then I want to take in these two lists. And so the lists are the tour list where I'm at, which is position I, and the tour list where I'm going, which is position I+1. So we can go see if this did what I wanted it to do, or maybe we'll get an error. So let's see. First thing should happen is the knight goes down, it highlights the yellow, and then the knight moves up in its L shape, and that worked out well. Then I draw the line to the knight. So each time the knight is moving in its knight move, it's always moving in that L shape instead of going straight there, just to emphasize that the knight does move 2 positions one way and 1 position the other way. And then the line is following. So this pretty much gets at what I want. There's a few things that I can do to sort of speed it up, which I'll do in a minute. But I wanted to sort of highlight that you could get a little bit more creative with this, and I probably will in a final version, where maybe I figure out a nice way to glue those lines together. Maybe I traverse faster. Maybe I somehow work to show that this particular knight's tour is in fact symmetric. But I didn't have a lot of time to create this animation, and I wanted to show you that something like this can be done pretty quickly using Manim. Because it's built on top of Python, you can do all sorts of programmatic things like for loops and those kinds of things that help you speed up a process. And so in the end, this was basically only 46 lines of code, and most of those lines of code actually are just my hard coding of the Knight's Tour. Now, the one thing that I do want to do, just because I'm watching this and it's a little bit slow, I want to speed this up a little bit. And so because it's going to be a lot, I'm going to in this for loop, I'm going to change how much time things take. So if the index is less than, I don't know, 7, I'm going to set my time parameter equal to 0.5. I'll show you what I'm going to do with that in a minute. And otherwise, I'm going to set my time parameter equal to 0.25. And so what I'm going to do is when I'm drawing these things, so when I first animate this, I'm going to change the runtime to t, and I'm going to do that in a few other places as well. I'm going to do that here when I move the night, I think, runtime t, and I'm going to do that here at the end, runtime t. Now I am going to, this is passing time t in, so I have to go back to my night move here and say, oh yeah, so I'm going to add a new parameter, tt, and I'm going to runtime tt, runtime tt. And so that should speed things up a little bit faster. And actually at the end, I just want to be looking at the final night's tour. I don't really want to see the night anymore. So I'll wait 1 second and then I will fade out the night. And I'll wait 1 more second again, just so we can see it. And so in the end, hopefully we should see it draws my checkerboard. It places down my night, highlights yellow, moves there, draws the line, highlights yellow, moves there, draws the line. Each time it's done moving to the white square, or the yellow square, it changes it to a white square, and we move all the way around the chessboard this way. Pretty soon here, it should start moving a little faster. Here we go, because we've hit 7 squares, and so now it should move through the remainders faster. I will run the final animation where I basically render in high def, and we'll show that version next. I might use some post-processing tools to speed it up even more, just so we can see the final process. But as we wait here for it, we see the symmetric pattern showing up from the Night's Tour. We see all of the squares that haven't been visited are highlighted, and as each one is visited, it shades white, and so you can begin to guess where the next one has to go. And eventually, with any luck, we've chosen a Night's Tour that actually closes up back where it starts, visiting every single square once and only once. And we will see if that is able to happen in just a second here. Boom. Quite fun to watch. And like I said at the end, it should fade out the night, and we should be able to look at this amazing Night's Tour generated right here in just about 54 lines of code with some space. So I hope you learned a little something about using Manim to do things kind of efficiently in your programmatic ways. And I hope that maybe you can program your own interesting Night's Tour, and perhaps you can use Python to figure out an interesting way to generate a new Night's Tour so you can look at some other beautiful pictures. Like I said, we'll fade out here and we'll watch that animation one more time. But thanks for watching. I really appreciate your support in the channel, and I hope I can help contribute to some of your learning as you figure out how to program and use these tools for mathematical education or mathematical communication purposes in general.